Hello everybody and welcome to a League of Legends guide for jungle Evelynn. Now Evelynn is definitely within my top 3 favorite junglers right now. There's Maokai, Elise, and Evelynn for me personally are within my top 3, but I know that Evelynn is for sure in the top 3 of most people right now. She's just awesome. I really enjoy playing her. If I have a team comp that needs a little more DPS and doesn't really need a tank, I will always pick Evelynn over someone like Nocturne, or that's just a personal thing for me though. If we need damage, I prefer to pick Evelynn all the time just because I think she's amazing. And she's been getting a lot of attention, especially recently in the jungle by pro gamers on their streams and also on the pro circuit. So I thought that this would be the perfect time to give you guys a little bit of an explanation of Evelynn, how she works, why she's good in the jungle, explain how I build her, and yeah, just let you guys get to know jungle Evelynn. So Evelynn is a pretty unique jungler in terms of the top 3, 4, or 5 junglers that are really popular right now, because what tends to happen with junglers that are popular are they tend to have a lot of CC, not including their ult. They will have like at least one form of CC that is not in their ult. Now Evelynn does have CC when it comes to her ultimate, but outside of that she has no CC. The thing that is so awesome about Evelynn and why her ganks are awesome and why she's so good in the jungle is because she is invisible. She turns completely invisible. So when you pick her, the enemy team has to either deal with constantly getting ganked and killed, or they have to spend more money than they usually would buying pink wards to defend against your gank. So Evelynn is super strong. Invisibility is freaking OP when it comes to junglers, because you can just run past all the wards, you can just stand right behind them and then start attacking them. And that's what I tend to do when it comes to ganking with Evelynn. I won't sit in a bush like I do with regular junglers. I will usually just stand behind them and either wait for the person that I'm ganking for to initiate or just initiate myself. So now let's get into the item build for Evelynn in the jungle. Now this is the standard item build as of July 6th, 2013. This is what everyone is using when jungling Evelynn. We have to make sure we date everything in League of Legends because stuff changes really quickly, but this is what everyone is using right now. So the first item that you want to go for is Spirit of the Elder Lizard. That's going to make her clear even faster than it already is, and it's going to give her a good amount of damage boost. The boots that you want to usually get are Sorcerers Shoes. Now this can change depending on if you need to get a little more tanky for your team, but in general you usually always go with Sorcerers Shoes. The next big item that you want to build is Haunting Guise. And then from there, you want to start building your Zhonya's Hourglass. Now, you can upgrade your Haunting Guise into a Liandry's Torment, but it's not 100% necessary. Usually, the game will be over before you need to worry about going into Liandry's. And if for some reason your game is going on and on and you're not whooping enough ass with your awesome invisibility and you need to get another item, I would recommend that you do get Abyssal Scepter. But from there, it gets really conditional. Like, what does your team need? What do you need? Do you need to be more tanky? Do you need more damage? So from there you have to really judge your situation, your team comp and your enemy's team comp, but this is the core of the build that you definitely want to have when you are jungling Evelynn. Now going into what skills you should max first on Evelynn, the first thing that you need to max is always your Q. This never changes regardless of the situation. You always max your Q first. This is her main source of damage. You can spam it like every 1.2 seconds or something, I don't know, but you just spam it, you chase after people and you're like Q, and then they die. So you definitely need to max your Q first. From there, I personally usually always, which makes no sense, go W after Q, just because it makes her able to run around the map a lot faster. So I can go from lane to lane and buff to buff and wherever I need to be much faster if I max my W. Now there are certain situations where I will max my E after Q, and that's usually when I feel like I need to duel a little bit better. So for example, if someone is constantly trying to counter jungle me, I will usually take my E so that I'm able to duel with them and kill them and will hopefully pick up the kill on them. But usually I will max my W first just so I can run around the map and be a little bit more useful for my entire team and not just one lane. It makes her extremely mobile. Like Hecarim mobile. That's pretty damn mobile. Now moving on to some general tips for playing Evelynn. First of all, if you're wondering what the circle is around her, this 1 shows that she is invisible, and 2, it shows you how close you can get to your enemy before they see you. So if you get close enough to where they are within that circle, they will see you. So when you are ganking, just keep in mind to stand outside of the circle so that the person doesn't see you until you are ready to engage. Also, when it comes to ganking, if you do not have her ultimate ready, you want to make sure that you are always standing behind the person that you're ganking before you engage, because you want to have the maximum opportunity possible to pump out as much damage onto them as humanly possible. And if you don't have your ultimate, you don't have any CC, so you want to make sure that you are standing directly behind them. Evelynn is one of the few champions that are able to do this because of her invisibility, so make sure to take advantage of it. Also, when it comes to fighting, especially one-on-one, don't forget that you can just spam her Q and not have to be looking at them, not have to be physically attacking them. You can just run around them and press Q. This is especially handy when it comes to melee champions, because you can just kite them, you can run circles around them and just keep pressing Q over and over and over again. And then you can decide to go in and hit them with an E whenever you feel like the battle is in your favor. Also, try not to be too reckless with your W. Just if they have a lot of slows on the enemy team, make sure to save it for when you need to get out of that slow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found this guide useful, and I'll speak to you later. Bye!